Welcome back to my channel. We'll dive into how you can start your own collection, explore other types of US coins that can be worth big money, and provide tips for finding, preserving, and selling rare coins like the 2016 P5-cent coin. Coin collecting can seem like a mystery, especially when you're new to the hobby. How do you know which coins are worth something? Where do you even start? The beauty of coin collecting is that it's a hobby that anyone can dive into. Whether you're just starting or you've been collecting for years, there's always room to grow your collection and discover hidden gems. To begin, start with the basics. Familiarize yourself with the most common US coins in circulation, like the penny, nickel, dime, and quarter. These coins may seem simple at first glance, but they can tell you a lot about the history of our nation and the evolution of its currency. And as you start collecting, you'll begin to spot the rare coins that others might overlook. But the key to finding valuable coins isn't just looking at rare dates or mint marks. You also have to pay attention to the condition of the coin. In numismatics, condition is everything. Coins are graded based on how much wear and tear they show. In fact, the value of a coin can change dramatically depending on its grade. Coins are graded on a scale that goes from good to mint state. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Coins with minimal signs of wear, clear details, and sharp edges are considered high grade, and these are the coins that often fetch the biggest prices at auctions. Let's talk about a few other famous US coins that have fetched millions over the years. The 1913 Liberty Head nickel, for example, is one of the most famous and valuable US coins in history. Only 5 of these coins are known to exist, and one sold for a staggering $3.7 million at auction in 2018. Or take the 1893 S. Morgan dollar. Only 100,000 of these were minted, and because so few survive in good condition, their value has climbed to over $1 million. These coins are not just valuable because they're rare, they are also a piece of American history, much like the 2016 P5-cent coin. While coins like the Liberty Head nickel or the 1893 S. Morgan dollar might be out of reach for most collectors, there are still plenty of opportunities to find coins that are valuable. The key is learning what makes a coin valuable and knowing how to spot them. Look through your everyday change for potential rare coins. If you're a collector, you probably already know how fun it is to sort through a jar of coins. You might be surprised to find that even a common coin can hold significant value. As we've seen with the 2016 P nickel, coins with minting errors are worth much more than their face value. If you spot a coin with something unusual about its design, whether it's a double die, off-center strike, or misaligned die, it might be worth investigating further. There are many resources available to help collectors learn about coins. And websites like the Red Book or the PCGS Price Guide can help you identify the value of different coins and understand their historical significance. Once you've found a potential treasure, it's important to preserve it. Coins should be handled with care, especially if they're rare or in good condition. Always wear cotton gloves when handling coins to avoid oils from your fingers transferring to the surface. Store your valuable coins in protective holders such as coin flips or hard plastic cases to prevent damage. What happens when you find a rare coin, like a 2016 P nickel with a minting error, and you want to sell it? There are 2 main routes: selling through an auction or working with auction houses like Heritage Auctions or specialize in rare coins, and they often bring in buyers from all over the world. If your coin is highly valuable, the auction format could result in a competitive bidding war, driving the price up to its highest potential. You can also sell your coins through a reputable coin dealer. Dealers will assess your coins and offer a price based on their condition, rarity, and demand. Some dealers may even work on commission, meaning they'll sell the coin for you and take a cut of the proceeds. Coins aren't just valuable in the US, they have international appeal. Collectors from Europe, Asia, and other parts of the world often seek out US coins, especially rare error coins like the 2016 P nickel. This global market increases the demand and can push prices higher, making US coins a solid investment for collectors around the world. The exciting part about coin collecting is that it's whether you're trading with fellow collectors, learning from experts, or bidding at international auctions, coin collecting allows you to connect with people from all walks of life. And in the process, you may just uncover the next. In recent years, the prices for rare US coins have reached astronomical levels. For example, a 1933 St. Gaudens Double Eagle gold coin sold for $18.9 million in 2021. Coins with historical significance and rarity are only becoming more valuable as time goes on, making rare US coins a solid investment opportunity for those who are willing to put in the work and learn about them. So, whether you're starting a collection, looking to flip some coins for a profit, or just intrigued by the possibilities of finding hidden treasures in your own change jar, remember this: the world of coin collecting is vast, and you never know when you'll come across a coin worth millions. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips and stories about coin collecting. And remember, you never know what's out there waiting to be discovered. Until next time, happy collecting. Next, 1992 5-cent. Today's video is going to blow your mind. We're diving deep into the 1992 5-cent US coin, also known as the nickel. Now, most of us probably think of these as just another piece of loose change. But did you know that one specific 1992 nickel has been sold for a jaw-dropping $19 million? That's right, millions. So what makes this simple 5-cent coin worth so much? Well, stick around because we're about to unlock the mystery of the 1992 close AM nickel. Before we get into the rare 1992 close AM coin, let's take a step back in time. The US nickel, or the 5-cent piece, has been in circulation since 1866. The design has evolved over the years, but the most iconic and long-lasting design is the one featuring Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States. This image has been on the nickel since 1938, and it still remains to this day. Jefferson is depicted on the obverse, the front, of the coin, while Monticello, his famous Virginia home, is shown on the reverse, the back. But what really makes the 1992 coin stand out is an error that occurred during its minting process. Now, you're probably wondering, what makes the 1992 nickel so unique? It's not just the usual Jefferson design. In 1992, the US Mint made a tiny but very significant mistake during the production process. Normally, on US coins, the lettering America on the reverse side is stamped with a particular spacing between the letters A and M. In most coins, the A and M are spaced a little farther apart. This is called the far AM. But for a limited number of 1,992 nickels, the A and M were much closer together. This is known as the close AM error, and it turns out these coins are incredibly rare and valuable. So, how did this happen? Well, the error happened during the die manufacturing process. The die is the metal stamp used to press the design onto the coin. For most of the 1992 nickels, the die used to create the America lettering had the usual spacing, that's the far AM version. However, a small batch of dies was accidentally produced with the close AM design. These dies were used to strike a small number of nickels, which eventually made their way into circulation. While this mistake may sound minor, the result was a coin that has since become a rare treasure for collectors. Now, the big question: why is this particular coin worth so much? Well, the key is rarity. Only a handful of these close AM era coins were minted, and most of them have already been lost or are sitting in private collections. When a coin like this pops up for sale, it creates a bidding frenzy among collectors. The error was never meant to happen, so any coin that retains its unique features is highly sought after. Imagine owning a piece of history, where something so small, the mere proximity of two letters, could change a coin's value from just 5 cents to millions of dollars. In fact, one of these rare 1992 close AM nickels made headlines when it was sold at auction for an eye-popping $19 million in 2008. That's right, $19 million for a nickel, it sounds too good to be true, but it's not. This particular coin was graded by professionals and found to be in excellent condition, which made it worth that much more. It became one of the most expensive US coins ever sold at the time. The price tag comes down to a combination of rarity, condition, and the demand among collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for a coin like this. So, how much are these coins worth today? While not every 1992 close AM nickel will sell for $19 million, don't think for a second that they're just pocket change. In today's market, a well-graded close AM nickel could fetch between $100,000 and $200,000, depending on its condition. The better the quality, the higher the price. Coins with flawless surfaces, sharp details, and no wear or damage will always command the highest prices. Now that you know how much these error coins are worth, you're probably itching to find one of your own, right? Well, here's how you can start searching for this elusive treasure. First, go through your collection, your change jar, or any old rolls of coins you have lying around. You'll want to focus on 1992 nickels, and remember, closer inspection is key. The main feature to look for is the close AM design on the reverse side, with the and M in America much closer together than they should be. Don't forget to grab a magnifying glass or a loupe to really zoom in. Once you think you found one, it's time to have it professionally graded. This is crucial because the condition of a coin can greatly influence its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers representing better condition. If you find a close AM nickel in good condition, get it authenticated by a reputable coin grading company like the Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. These companies have the expertise to verify whether your coin is genuine, and they'll also provide a grade that can help determine its market value. For all you budding collectors out there, here are a few tips. Start small, learn about different types of coins, and don't rush into buying anything without doing your research. Coins like the 1992 close AM nickel are very rare, but there are plenty of other valuable coins to look for, including rare pennies, quarters, and dimes. Always check for errors, misprints, and unique characteristics like unusual die marks or flaws, which could turn a regular coin into a fortune. To sum up, the 1992 close AM nickel is a perfect example of how one small mistake can create a coin that is worth more than most people's entire houses. If you happen to find one, you could be holding a piece of history, and possibly a ticket to financial freedom. So get out there, start looking through your coins, and who knows, the next time you reach into your change jar, you might pull out a $19 million gem. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more coin tips, history, and valuable finds. Share this video with your friends, and maybe you'll help someone discover their very own treasure. Until next time, happy hunting. Next 2014 5 cent today, we've got a mind-blowing story that could change the way you look at every 5-cent coin in your pocket. Imagine this, a simple nickel, minted in 2014, worth a whopping $12 million. Sound too good to be true? Well, buckle up, because in today's video, we're diving into the incredible world of rare coins, and you'll see how a misprinted 2014 5-cent piece is catching the attention of collectors and numismatists alike, and for good reason. At first glance, this coin might seem like just another nickel, part of the daily grind in the US currency system. With its classic design, featuring Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his estate, Monticello, on the reverse, this 2014 5-cent piece is just like millions of others minted that year. It's got the familiar P mint mark from the Philadelphia Mint, and, for most people, it's simply worth 5 cents. But hold on, not all 2014 nickels are created equal. Some of these seemingly ordinary coins have a story to tell, one that involves a rare mistake in the minting process that could make them worth a small fortune. The error? A misaligned die. To understand why this is so important, let's break it down. The minting process begins when a die, which is essentially a stamp, strikes the coin's metal blank to imprint its design. But sometimes, due to factors like worn-out dies, misalignments, or even human error, the die isn't positioned correctly, causing the design to be off-center. This is what's called a misaligned die error. On a typical misaligned die coin, part of the image, whether it's Jefferson's face or the Monticello design on the back, might be cut off or distorted. These imperfections are actually what make these coins incredibly valuable to collectors who specifically seek out error coins. And here's the kicker, even a small error like this could increase a coin's value exponentially. In some cases, misaligned die error coins have been known to sell for tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars, but what makes the 2014 P misaligned die nickel so special? It's all about rarity. As you can imagine, the number of misaligned die errors in a particular year is very limited. The US Mint doesn't produce many of these errors, and once they're discovered, they're often taken out of circulation immediately. That means only a select few of these coins make it into the hands of collectors and investors. For the 2014 P nickel, there's only a handful, literally only a few, of these misaligned die error coins still circulating. And as time goes on, those coins are becoming harder and harder to find. As a result, their value has skyrocketed. So, how much can one of these rare 2014 P nickels actually be worth? Hold on to your seats, because we're talking about a potential value of up to $12 million. Yes, you heard that right, $12 million. A nickel originally worth just 5 cents could potentially fetch a mind-boggling price at auction, all because of a slight flaw in the minting process. The reason for such high prices is simple: there are collectors who specialize in error coins, people who know how valuable these mistakes can be. They're willing to pay top dollar for a coin that could hold historical significance, represent a unique flaw in the minting process, or just be incredibly rare. As more and more people enter the world of numismatics, the demand for these types of coins only increases, pushing their value to astronomical levels. Of course, the condition of the coin plays a big role in determining its value. A coin with a misaligned die that's in perfect condition, free from scratches, dents, or discoloration, will fetch a higher price. This is why it's so important to inspect your coins carefully before parting with them, whether you're just collecting or looking to sell. Now, you might be asking, how can I tell if I've got one of these rare misaligned die nickels? Well, let's go over the steps to help you identify if you've got a hidden treasure in your pocket. Start by holding your 2014 P nickel under a good light source and using a magnifying glass or loupe to closely examine the design. The key areas to look for are the portraits of Jefferson and the Monticello building on the reverse side. If either of these designs appears off-center or skewed, or if you notice that part of the design is missing or barely visible, it's a strong indication that you might have a misaligned die error. Now, not every misaligned die coin is worth millions. Condition is absolutely critical. A coin that's well preserved and free from any major damage will fetch far more than one that's heavily worn or scratched. So, if you do spot an error, take care of the coin. Keep it in pristine condition and, if necessary, get it professionally graded by a numismatic expert. Coin collecting is a booming industry, and error coins, in particular, are one of the most popular sectors within the hobby. As more people become aware of the value hidden in rare coins, especially those with minting errors like the 2014 P misaligned die, the demand for these coins has exploded. In the past few decades, rare coins have become a highly sought-after investment, with some error coins rising in value far beyond anyone's expectations. For example, a 2000 Sacagawea dollar coin with a similar error fetched over $100,000 at auction. And that's just one example. There are countless other stories of error coins selling for extraordinary prices. Rare coins, particularly those with minting errors, have become an important asset class for investors. The rarity and demand for these pieces continue to grow, which is why collectors are willing to pay such high prices for them. And as new generations of collectors discover these coins, their value continues to rise. If you're new to coin collecting or if you're interested in finding your own valuable coins, the first step is to familiarize yourself with the types of errors that exist. Once you've found a coin with a potential error, the next step is to have it appraised by a professional. There are many reputable coin dealers and appraisers who can help you determine the value of your coin based on its rarity, condition, and error type. And who knows? The next time you're going through your spare change or digging through your coin jar, you might just find a rare treasure worth a fortune. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss out on more amazing coin discoveries. Don't forget to share this video with your friends, and let me know in the comments, have you ever found a coin that turned out to be worth more than you thought? Until next time, keep hunting for those hidden treasures. Next 2006 P5 cent. In this video, we'll explore how a simple minting error turned the 2006 P5 cent coin into a coveted treasure of numismatics. Stay tuned to discover why this nickel is more valuable than you'd ever expect. Let's start with a closer look at the 2006 P nickel. At first glance, it appears to be just like any other coin. Featuring Thomas Jefferson on the front, and Monticello, Jefferson's historic home, in the back, this coin is a staple of American currency. It's made from a mixture of copper and nickel, and its face value is only 5 cents, minted in Philadelphia. This particular nickel represents the fifth coin in the modern series of Jefferson nickels, a series that began in 1938. Most of us would probably just drop this coin into our pockets, not thinking twice about it. But here's the thing, not all 2006 P nickels are the same. Some of them have a minting error, an error so rare, so unique, that it can fetch you a fortune. Let's dive into the mystery of this coin. So, what makes the 2006 P5 cent coin worth millions? It all boils down to a very specific minting error that occurred during its production. Coin collectors know that errors, even the smallest ones, can drastically increase the value of a coin. Minting a coin involves a precise process of striking a blank planchet with engraved dies. Sometimes, however, something goes wrong. A flaw in the die, or even slight misalignments during the striking process, can lead to coins with errors. And in the case of the 2006 P nickel, that error was a die crack, a feature that occurs when the die used to strike the coin develops a crack, causing a raised line or distortion on the coin's surface. This die crack can occur in different places on the coin, creating variations. In rare instances, this die crack can be so pronounced that it alters the coin's appearance significantly, making it stand out as a highly collectible item. Coins with this type of error are extremely rare, which is why collectors are willing to pay big money for them. Imagine this, you're going through a roll of nickels from 2006 that you picked up from the bank. Most of the coins are what you'd expect, standard 5-cent pieces. But then, you notice something unusual. A crack running across Thomas Jefferson's portrait. Or maybe the Monticello design is misaligned. That's when you start to realize that you might have found something very special. While the 2006 P nickel error is rare, it's not impossible to find. In fact, some collectors have found these rare coins in circulation. Once identified, the coins can be sent to professional grading services, who assess the error, and if it's significant enough, it can fetch a price that leaves many people speechless. So, how much is one of these error coins worth? Well, one particularly rare 2006 P5 cent coin, graded and authenticated with a significant minting error, sold at auction for a staggering $2.8 million. This coin wasn't just any ordinary nickel, it was the perfect storm of rarity, demand, and a minting anomaly that collectors just couldn't pass up. Now, you might be asking, why are minting errors so valuable in the first place? What makes them worth so much more than a regular coin? Coin collectors, also known as numismatists, are always on the lookout for rare, historically significant, or uniquely flawed coins. When a coin is struck with a noticeable error, it becomes a one-of-a-kind item. The rarity of such coins is what drives their value. Since there's only a small chance of a particular error occurring, those coins become highly sought after. It's the same principle that makes rare stamps, baseball cards, or paintings by famous artists so valuable. Let's break it down. A normal 2006p nickel has a face value of just 5 cents. But once an error is discovered, that value can jump dramatically. A die crack, off-center strike, or other minting errors create imperfections that make the coin a unique piece of history. The more unique and rare the error, the higher the coin's value. And that's why some of these nickels are being sold for millions at auctions. So, how can you tell if you've got a rare 2006p nickel in your pocket, or if it's just another ordinary 5-cent coin? Identifying these rare minting errors isn't always easy, but with a trained eye, it's possible. Start by inspecting the coin closely. Look for any irregularities in the design, especially around the edge of the coin or in the areas where the die crack is most likely to occur. These die cracks are often visible near Jefferson's neck or across Monticello. Next, check for signs of misalignment or off-center strikes, where the design is stamped at an angle or in the wrong position. Remember, even small errors can increase a coin's value. If you do find an unusual 2006p nickel with an error, it's a good idea to have it professionally graded. That's where services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, come in. They'll evaluate the coin's authenticity and grade its condition, which plays a huge role in determining its worth. Once a rare coin like the 2006p nickel is graded, it's time for the fun part, the auction. The coin is put up for sale, and collectors from all around the world bid for the chance to own this rare piece of American history. At major auctions, these coins can attract fierce competition. In fact, the 2006p nickel that sold for $2.8 million was purchased by a collector who had spent years searching for coins with similar errors. The bidding process can get intense, with prices rising as collectors vie for the chance to own such a rare item. These types of auctions are where you'll find the highest prices for rare coins, and it's often where the big money is made. The thrill of discovering a rare error coin is what keeps collectors on the hunt, and sometimes, it's that very thrill that leads to life-changing amounts of money. So, is the 2006p 5-cent coin really worth $2.8 million? For a select few collectors, absolutely. This coin, with its rare minting error, is an example of how small imperfections in a piece of currency can turn it into something extraordinarily valuable. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or someone just starting out, the world of coin collecting has endless possibilities for uncovering hidden treasures. Thanks for watching. If you've got any 2006p nickels sitting in your change jar, it might be time to take a second look. Who knows? You might just be holding on to a $2.8 million treasure. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more stories from the world of rare coins. And remember, in the world of numismatics, even a small flaw can lead to a fortune. Next, 1991 5-cent. Well, today we're talking about a 1991 5-cent coin, a nickel, that could be worth a whopping $29 million. Yep, you heard that right. Stick with us as we uncover the fascinating history, the incredible rarity, and how this simple coin became one of the most valuable pieces of U.S. currency. Let's dive in. Before we dive into the crazy big bucks, let's start with the basics. This is your standard 1991 5-cent coin, also known as a nickel. At first glance, it's just like any other nickel you'd find in your pocket, nothing special. On the front, we have Thomas Jefferson, one of the founding fathers of the United States. On the back, you'll notice Monticello, Jefferson's home in Virginia. It's a simple design, and it's been used on nickels for decades. But, as it turns out, there's more to this coin than meets the eye. If you're lucky enough, your 1991 nickel might not be like the others. It could be part of a rare and valuable error series, one that's fetched millions of dollars at auction. So, what's the big deal? What makes this particular 1991 nickel so valuable? It all comes down to a mistake at the U.S. Mint. Normally, nickels are made from a copper-nickel alloy. But in 1991, something went wrong. A small batch of nickels was accidentally made using the wrong materials, pure silver, this mix-up at the mint produced a small number of coins that looked and felt almost like silver coins, similar to the dimes and quarters made before 1965. These silver nickels were far rarer than any other, and collectors quickly recognized the value of these mistakes. So, why are these silver error nickels worth such an insane amount of money? The answer lies in their extreme rarity and the historical significance of the error. The U.S. Mint identified the mistake early on, and most of these coins were melted down or destroyed. However, a few of these silver nickels managed to slip through the cracks. These rare silver error coins are now considered a holy grail among collectors. And why wouldn't they be? The blend of history, rarity, and the sheer mistake that made them so valuable makes these coins irresistible to numismatists. At one point, a silver error nickel was sold at auction for a staggering $29 million. Yes, you heard that correctly, $29 million. Now, let's talk about how you can identify if you've got one of these rare silver nickels. First off, check the weight. A normal 1991 nickel weighs about 5 grams, but the silver error version will weigh closer to 5.5 grams due to its silver content. So, if you've got a nickel that's heavier than usual, that's the first clue. Next, look at the color. The regular nickel has a dull, coppery tint, while the silver error coin will have a much shinier, silvery appearance. It'll look almost identical to the pre-1965 silver dimes and quarters. Another thing to listen for is the sound. When you tap a silver coin, it produces a higher pitched, sharper ring than the regular nickel. It might seem like a small detail, but if you know what to listen for, it could be your key to discovering a fortune. Coin errors aren't anything new. In fact, throughout history, many valuable coins were produced with mistakes, and collectors have paid top dollar for them. Take the famous 1955 double-die penny, for example. It was an error where the coin was struck twice, making the details appear blurry and doubled. Because it was so rare, that penny can now be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. What makes errors like these so valuable is their scarcity. Since most minting mistakes are caught early, only a small number of these coins ever reach the public, and even fewer survive in good condition. For coin collectors, these errors represent a piece of history, and as time goes on, they only become more valuable. So, what does the future hold for these silver error nickels? Will their value continue to rise, or is the $29 million sale just a one-time event? Well, considering how rare these coins are and the constant demand for rare, historic items in the world of collecting, it's likely that the value will only continue to appreciate over time. Fewer and fewer of these coins will be found as more are lost, damaged, or simply hidden away in private collections. With the growing interest in coin collecting, particularly in error coins, the 1991 silver error nickel will likely only become more valuable as the years go by. Who knows, maybe one day, someone will sell one for an even higher price. It's a good idea to check your pocket change regularly, especially if you're looking for hidden treasures like the silver error nickel. The key is knowing what to look for and having a trained eye. If you happen to find one of these coins, it could make all the difference. You might not just have a regular nickel, but an error coin worth a fortune. It could be hiding right in front of you. Imagine finding a $29 million coin while cleaning out your old change jar or going through a drawer full of coins you haven't touched in years. Error coins are more than just valuable, they hold deep cultural and historical significance. They remind us of the human side of minting, the little mistakes that turn into big stories, and the way history can be captured in the smallest of objects. These coins are windows into the past, and they provide collectors with a tangible connection to our country's history. What's truly remarkable about coins like the 1991 silver error nickel is that they embody both the craft of coin making and the possibility of discovery. For numismatists, finding a rare coin is a thrill, but owning a piece of history? That's priceless. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 1991 silver error nickel. A simple mistake at the US Mint has turned this coin from a regular 5-cent piece into one of the most valuable coins on the planet. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who loves the thrill of a good find, there's no doubt that this coin is a true treasure, who knows? Maybe the next time you dig through your change, you'll find something worth millions. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. And remember, you just might have a $29 million coin hiding in plain sight.